Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another video. Today I'm here to talk about anime in general. There are a number of things that make up an anime, from the characters and story to the music and animation, and much more happening in the background. But what's the first thing you think of when you think about what goes into an anime? That's right, it's food! It's not food, but I'm going to talk about food anyways. So let's start with what's probably the biggest food anime, Food Wars. It even has food in the name! That's some good marketing right there. Okay, so the scene I'll be analysing is currently playing in the background, and the first thing to notice about it is the excessive use of gold in the colour palette. The omelette is a golden colour at first, which is certainly eye-catching. It takes the attention off every other part of the screen. Though to emphasise the effect, there's absolutely nothing interesting to look at as the omelette flies off into the sky. And on the topic of the omelette flying into the sky, this is a trope commonly used by anime: flight. In Haikyuu, the main character feels like he's flying as he jumps, displayed pretty well through this scene, which fades to birds as the character leaps into the sky. It can also be seen in Air Gear as the main character rides his air treks. It picks on the human desire for freedom and being able to soar through the sky with nothing stopping you. Yes, an omelette is freedom. Then the omelette finally comes to land. As it does this, it bounces a little. This is a shonen anime, so this motion attracts the teenage boys because it's similar to the movement of pudding. Okay, look at this shit. They're not even trying to be discreet. Let's just move on. From one side to the other, from gold to grey, Tokyo Ghoul takes a different approach to displaying food. Rather than the free-flying omelette, Kaneki frantically tries to free his food from the plastic prison, the carrier bag. When he does take it out, rather than a golden crisp colour, it's rather flat and brown, giving it a look that couldn't really be described as appetizing. And in this scene, a lot of emphasis is put onto the expression on Kaneki's face as it peers out from behind the burger, and also the shakiness of his hands to distract from the unappealing burger he's about to consume. Kaneki's hesitation takes the forefront rather than the food, and when he finally does eat the burger, he doesn't savour the moment for even a second. Instead, he tries to wolf it down, only to be repulsed by the flavour and vomit it back up. This continues on to many more foods. These simple display of foods really end up having a completely different effect on the viewer. I'll continue on to a few more examples. Now here's an anime about food that doesn't really focus on food too much. Deconstruction. So Deconstruction isn't particularly vibrant in any form of the word, not the colouring or its morals. In this scene, the food is more akin to excrement than anything else. I wouldn't even consider putting it in my mouth. And I'm not trying to be funny here, I've seen stuff like that in the toilet. But again, this is because the anime doesn't even focus on food. Rather, it focuses on selling itself through pudding. But look at this, he literally just asked if she's into S&M! What the hell has anime become? This food is hardly even food! How dare you call yourself a food anime? Viz continued to rant for about 20 minutes. This is future Viz cutting that out for you so you don't have to suffer. And now this is the turning point of food anime. From the great representations of foods to the fetishists that just like to watch cute girls eat. Kofuku graffiti. The way food is displayed is exactly the same as Food Wars, yet it's missing something. Rather than making the food take up part of the screen but attracting attention to that part, this anime completely engulfs the screen with food. This forcibly makes food the centre of attention since there isn't anything else to direct your attention to. A clever way to make it seem as if the food is actually important, as well as a way to make me hungry. But as you can see, it doesn't linger long on these food shots, instead it moves swiftly onto the various girls' reaction to eating the food. Rather orgasmic reactions at that. And it only has feeble attempts at hiding this with dialogue that only sounds meaningful when it's 20 degrees hotter than it should be outside. Like seriously, it's really hot in here. Rather, it's the general formula of a harem. Different girls of different shapes and sizes and different personality types. The food is more of a scapegoat in this anime. It's a substitute for the main character that gets the harem. The main character that we all hate. Because we all know we can never hate food. Now, K-On! Doesn't even try to hide the fact that food isn't the main focus. Look at this cake, it's so— oh god, she's crying! Abort mission, abort mission! To end it off, an anime that is actually focused on food. Wakako Zake. Wakako Zake uses incredibly simplistic art for its characters, and every episode uses the same setting. This dull-looking pastel-coloured bar. Except when there's food involved. The food is drawn well and has bright, vibrant colours for backgrounds. In comparison to everything else, it really stands out and shows that it's a food anime, rather than just using food as an excuse. Wakako Zake is our saviour! Preach it! But anyways, that was my deconstruction of food in anime. Like if you enjoyed this terrible video, dislike if you found this terrible video terrible, subscribe on whatever the hell else people normally say at this bit. And what were you expecting, a 20-minute video on why food is so detailed in anime? Of course not, I'm not going to give you a 20-minute video on food. Apathetic sign off.